Hey everybody, how's it going? I am your host Adrian, coming to you almost live from Petaluma, California, here in Studio MC2 at Quicksurf Internet Services. Linux News Log is a proud member of the Tech Podcast Network. If it's tech, it's here. Do feel free to head on over to techpodcast.com and check out all the other technology-related shows over there. If you are watching this on YouTube or, well, actually, if you're watching or listening to this at all, you should notice a significant improvement in the audio quality. What I've managed to do, even though I haven't really done, as you can notice behind me, I haven't really done any acoustic foam treatment yet. It's shipped, but it hasn't gotten here in time for this show. I should have it for the next one, but I have managed to come up with a better way of capturing the audio that's a little more cleaner. I swapped out microphones, so I'm now talking into a phantom-powered supercardioid microphone into my mixer, so it cuts out quite a bit of the echo. And this will only get better as I get the acoustic treatment. I also got some bookshelves and some more of my stuff in the room, even though you can't see it. That helps break up the sound quite a bit as well. In addition to that, I've come up with a way that'll help me streamline this quite a bit. I've managed to feed the output from my mixer into the line in, or not the line in, the microphone in on the camera that I'm using without completely blowing the signal out. So you guys, what's happening is my camera is capturing a 1080p picture with the sound output of my wonderful phantom-powered studio microphone. And so I've done a couple of test runs on this afternoon, and really good results. I'm really happy with it. It's passable for what I'm trying to do. And basically the reason why I'm doing this is this allows me, even though I'm still recording this separately like I normally do, the audio part separately like I normally do, this allows me to capture the nice quality audio with the nice quality picture so that I can pull it into my editor and streamline the process a little bit, because I don't exactly have the fastest computer on the planet, and the more I can do up front to kind of get everything happy. Because before, what I was doing, and one of the reasons why I stopped doing the video portion of the show for a while there, was I would record the video and use the camcorder's microphones, terrible microphones, and record the audio separately. And then in post, after I was done editing, I'd go through this big old process of syncing up the separately recorded very nice audio to the video. Major pain in the butt. It took, way more than it should have. Since then, I actually have a mixer, whereas before I did not. And so what I've been able to do, since my mixer, it's a Mackie 802 VLZ3, the aux send, so on the line, or on the microphone in on my mixer, I'm able to send that to the aux send at a low enough signal level that it looks like a microphone to the video camera. And so what you get is this nice, wonderful sound that you normally get from my microphone. And so it allows me to kind of bypass the whole couple of hours spent basically taking the nice looking video and get some nice audio to go with it. Now it's all together all in one, so it'll be a lot easier for me to just get it in, cut out the parts I don't want, get it published up. The more streamlined I can make it, the better, and that's really the goal. So now that I've talked about that long enough, let's go ahead and get into the show for this episode. Starting off over at PC World, Mageia, a Linux distro on the rise. Popularity is a fickle mistress. That's because and that's just as true with Linux distributions as it is in the rest of life. Lately, the DistroWatch page hit rankings have provided a particularly vivid illustration. Mageia Linux, which didn't even appear in the site's top 10 when I wrote about it late last year, is now in the number 4 spot for rankings over the past 6 months, behind only Mint, Ubuntu, and Fedora. with an average of some 1,630 hits per day. It also continues on an upward trend. So interestingly enough, Mageia is kind of a fork of Mandriva Linux that was launched in late 2010. They've been doing a lot of really good stuff. It's totally community-based, nonprofit supported. They've, go ahead and read through the article. I'm not going to tell you everything, but go ahead and read through the article and see, what might make this a worthy distribution for your needs. Also interesting, we've been following what's been going on with this particular distribution for quite some time, and it's had a lot of ups and downs. MeeGo Linux has been resurrected. It's making a comeback. Last week it was announced that Nokia's MeeGo team, the same team responsible for the revered OS that used on the N9, walked away from the company. Although everyone has stayed hush on the matter, it is believed Nokia's 10,000 job cuts had something to do with it. But it's not that easy walking away from a labor of love. Those unfamiliar with MeeGo should know it's built upon Linux. And that's why most of the Nokia team have gone into business for themselves, creating a company called Jolla to continue bringing MeeGo-powered devices to the market. And so I guess Jolla is the new name. I don't know. I'll be watching this to see what's going on. I really had high hopes. I really did. I really had high hopes for MeeGo, and it was really unfortunate to see them just kind of, go by the wayside. So hopefully there'll be some new life breathed into it. From internetnews.com, Mozilla rebrands the Linux-powered boot to Gecko as the Firefox OS. For years, this is Sean Michael Kerner. Yeah, Kerner. For years, I've been saying that a Firefox OS is a good thing. Now, at long last, Mozilla has seen the same light and is rebranding the effort once known as Boot to Gecko, the B2G project, as Firefox OS. Interesting. It does sound familiar for other reasons, doesn't it? Google also has an operating system named after a browser with Chrome OS. Both Chrome OS and Firefox OS are based on and leverage Linux at the core. So, again, getting into, this is not the first time this has happened, so I'm hoping it will be pretty successful. Go ahead and read about the story and what's going on with that. From Wired.com, over in their threat level, convicted of murder, Linux guru Hans Reiser returns to court to fight a civil suit. This guy just can't catch a break. 4 years after being convicted of killing his wife, Linux guru Hans Reiser returns Monday to court, this time to defend himself from a wrongful death suit brought by his 2 children. That's right, his kids are suing him. Sucks to be him, man. Sucks to be his kids, too, because they lost their mom. But still, he has a new story now. He killed his wife to prevent her from possibly killing their children, and he plans on telling a new jury about it while wearing his Pleasant Valley State Prison jail smocks and acting as his own attorney. I cannot see how this can possibly turn out well for this guy. Enough said. Let's talk about the next story. From Ars Technica, Linux players complain of illegitimate Diablo 3 bans. I'm unfamiliar with Diablo 3. I'm not a huge player of Diablo 3. But that being said, a Blizzard representative said that the claims that wine is leading to Diablo 3 account bans is not true and provided the following statement to Ars Technica. Playing the game on Linux, although not officially supported, and or using wine will not result in being banned, but cheating will. We've extensively tested various scenarios related to this situation, including replicating system setups for those who have posted claiming they were banned unfairly. We have not found any situations where players were banned solely for using Linux or wine. So part of this original story, this is an updated story, so part of this original story is playing games on Linux a crime now? That's what a number of Diablo 3 players are asking after reportedly facing permanent account bans for trying to run the game on an unsupported operating system. A number of Linux users running the game through the Wine compatibility utility started complaining about abrupt account bans on the Wine HQ forums a few weeks ago, before gaining widespread attention on Blizzard's official forums last night. The players suggest that Blizzard's cheat detecting algorithms have overzealously branded Wine as an unauthorized third-party game modification tool, marking them as cheaters and erasing their legitimately earned progress on their account. We'll see how it shakes out. Blizzard has no reason for doing this. All it does is create bad press, as it is doing right now. I'm curious to see how it turns out. From the San Francisco Chronicle, Mandriva joins OW2 to spur enterprise innovation in the open source community. OW2, the international open source community for infrastructure software, and Mandriva, the company that gave the world one of the most popular Linux distributions way back in the day. I was a huge fan of Mandriva back then. Announced today that Mandriva has joined the OW2 consortium as a corporate member to leverage its global community and outreach as Mandriva embarks on a renewed enterprise strategy. This is good. I hope Mandriva turns it around. I really do. They have seen a pretty big decline in recent years, and I don't know. We've been following them for a long time. And I used to get stories actually directly from one of the owners, I forget his name, but he would send me stories directly whenever they had a press release or whatever, just to make sure that I got it. And I would typically include it on the show. But still, nonetheless, I really hope that they turn it around. From Network World, build your own Linux server on the cloud. There are all kinds of Linux servers. The most complicated of these require you to be a Red Hat certified engineer. I am not. Many of them require you to do more than download a distro, burn a CD, and install and boot up your new bare bones servers. But say you have a particular job for a server and the boss wants it done yesterday. What do you do then? Well, one excellent choice is Turnkey Linux. And so this story here is basically tells you how to go about doing that. Pretty interesting. Give it a read if it's something that you need to do. That'll pretty much do it for this episode of Linux News Log. As always, everything we've talked about is linked up in the show notes. Just visit us online, quicksurf.com. You can click on any of the links there in the show notes. And with that, I will see all of you on the next episode. See you then. Bye.